Hi, I'm Mario O'Hara, and in this video I will be reviewing the AirTurn AT104 wireless page turner for Clavier Companion magazine. You can read my whole review in the September-October 2009 edition of Clavier Companion magazine. If you aren't subscribed to Clavier Companion, you can do so at claviercompanion.com. Now, pianists, along with other musicians, are starting to go paperless with their musical scores. After all, it seems to make sense to consolidate all of your music into one source where you can put them onto a portable computer device and carry it along with you, as opposed to carrying piles and piles of music books or music sheets. I've started to make that transfer, and now I've scanned a large amount of music that I perform on a regular basis right on my computer so I can play it wherever I go. Whether reading digital or traditional paper scores, we pianists must deal with the problem of turning pages while both of our hands are occupied at the keyboard. The AirTurn AT104 solves this problem. When connected to a pedal foot switch, the AirTurn allows musicians to incorporate a hands-free system of page turning. The AirTurn AT104 contains two components, a receiver and a transmitter. The receiver is about the size of a USB flash drive storage device and plugs directly into one of your computer's USB ports, like so. The transmitter is about the size of a small television remote control and is compatible with a variety of third-party pedal foot switches that can connect to initiate page turns on your computer's display. Here I'm using the AirTurn with my MacBook Pro portable computer that I can place on top of the music rack when it's down on my piano. A tablet-style computer would be ideal as well, as that can also be placed on upright music racks. Plug in your AirTurn transmitter into a third-party pedal foot switch using a 1/4-inch cable. The shorter the better, actually, in this case. And I'm using the Boss FS6 pedal, which contains two pedal foot switches. The right pedal for turning pages forward, like this, whee! And then the left pedal for turning pages backward, like that. All right. Now this transmitter also works with other foot switches that just have one pedal. Just be aware that you won't be able to turn pages backwards there. However, most musicians who use just the one foot pedal will pre-program their music so that they don't have to do any turning back of pages of repeats or whatnot. Simply put the pedal and the AirTurn transmitter to the left of your pedal lyre, and then you're ready to perform. The AirTurn works fine with any PDF viewer, such as Preview on Mac or Adobe Reader on both Mac and Windows. Here's a score of one of Haydn's piano sonatas that I downloaded from the imslp.org website. As you can see, when I push the pedal, it turns the pages simultaneously on my screen. I can switch this also to full screen mode, so then you could have it fill up the whole screen. You don't have any other clutter. You can fit the screen just like so. And what I wanted to do here was I wanted to I wanted to play a little bit of the piece for you, maybe starting from around here on the bottom of the second line here, and show you how the page turns work within the context of actually playing a piece here. So here we go. Just like that. It took me about one day probably to get used to turning pages with my foot, but then after playing around with it for a day, it became just as natural as doing the good old head nod that you usually do to the human page turner in the context of a performance. I personally like using Apple's Keynote program with the AirTurn. Keynote is essentially Apple's version of Microsoft PowerPoint. I can simply import musical scores right into the individual slides, as you can see over here. Here I have the Bach Allemande from the French Suite in E-flat major, and as you can see, I can chop up the music to make it as big and as beautiful as my eyes would prefer. This allows me to fill up the whole screen. Also, I can make annotations such as fingerings and where I need to turn the page or focus my attention on. There's also a software program called Music Reader, which is sold through the AirTurn website. It also serves as a music display that you can make annotations on and organize all your digital scores into an accessible database. I didn't get a chance to try it out, but it certainly looks like something that users of the AirTurn should consider getting. So in summary, the AirTurn is a terrific device, especially for pianists and other musicians who have decided to go digital with their musical scores. Remember, if you want to read my full review of the AirTurn, you can do so in the September-October 2009 edition of Clavier Companion magazine, or you could also go to claviercompanion.com. Thanks for tuning in, and keep on practicing. Bye.